Soles of our feet together, knees out wide, starting to move down on our backs. Allowing our knees to fall open with gravity. Allowing our shoulders to fall open with gravity as well. Starting to connect with the breath. I'm going to go ahead and ring the gong to start practice. Soles of our feet together, knees out wide, starting to move down on our backs, allowing our knees to fall open with gravity, allowing our shoulders to fall open with gravity as well. Starting to connect with the breath. Breathing into a 4 count, holding to a 4 count, and exhaling to a 4 count. And as you breathe, breathe in through the belly, up through the ribs, the lungs, all the way to the tops of your throats. And then exhale in the opposite direction, from the tops of your throats, down through the ribs, the lungs, all the way to your bellies, as though you're wringing water from a washcloth. Bringing navel into spine. Good job. Perhaps place your right hands on your bellies and your left hands on your hearts to track the breath as it moves through your bodies. And let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Now allow your breathing to come naturally to its own rhythm. Allow the warmth of your breath to go to any area of your body that is tense or sore, and allow the breath to relieve the tension or soreness that is there. Imagine your breath gathering up all of the tension and soreness in your bodies and breathing it out so that you begin to feel peaceful and relaxed. Any distracting thoughts or feelings that you may have, allow them to be sent out with the breath. And as you breathe, allow yourselves to go deeper and deeper into this state of calm, knowing that you are in control at all times. Connect with a personal intention for this practice. That intention could be physical, mental, or spiritual. And it could be for you or for someone you love. Seal that intention with one deep inhale. And one deep exhale. Inhale those knees and arms to center. Exhale, knees to the left, arms to the right. Look over your right shoulder and breathe, opening up those right obliques as you do. And smile again. It's Wednesday. It's a beautiful day out today. Inhale back to center. Exhale, knees to the right, arms to the left. Look over your left shoulder and breathe. Again, breathing into this simple twist, opening up those left obliques as you do, and smile. Again, it's Wednesday. It's a beautiful day out today. You've never seen this day before. Inhale back to center, wrap your arms around your knees, grab opposite elbows, rock back and forth, massage your lower backs and your kidneys as you do. Good job. And then grab onto your insteps, drag your knees down towards your shoulder blades. Again, push up with your feet, pull down with your hands in happy baby. Maybe rocking back and forth, massaging your lower backs and your kidneys as you do. And then extend your legs upward, flex your feet, tuck in your shirts, draw your arms up overhead. Inhale first as you allow those legs to fall down to a 45-degree angle. Exhale as you draw them in, crunch it out. Inhale all the way back. Exhale, crunch it out. Inhale back. Exhale, crunch it out. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. So we've done 5 of these. We're going to do 10 more today if this is in your practice, or you can just do 5. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. 7 more if you're with us. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. You can stop here or follow us. Inhale back. Exhale forward, slowly and with purpose. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. 2 more if you're with us. Inhale back. Exhale forward. 1 more time. Inhale back. And exhale forward. Good job. Draw those knees in for a hug. Rock back and forth. Massage your lower backs and your kidneys. Inhale first. And then exhale as you extend your legs to the end of the mat. Roll over onto your left side, left elbow, left palm of your hand down. And again, inhale, that right knee in, grab your instep. Exhale, extend above you. Drag that right shoulder back and down. Again, drag that right hip down. We're in Infinity pose. You can be here. You can also grab onto your calf muscle, dragging it towards you for a deeper stretch. Wherever you are is perfect. Inhale that right knee in. Exhale down to the end of the mat. Roll over onto your right side. Right elbow, right palm of your hand down. Inhale that left knee in. Grab your instep. Exhale, extend above you. Again, drag that left shoulder back and down as much as you can. Breathing in and out in infinity pose. And smile. Maybe grab onto your calf muscle, drag it towards you as close as you can. Opening up even more. Inhale that left knee in. Exhale down to the end of the mat. And then from here, let's go ahead and roll over onto our backs. Spinal rolls from shoulder to tailbone and back again, allowing each vertebra to come back into alignment. We'll do 3 or 4 of these. And then arrive at the tops of our mats. But we're going to be moving to the wall to do a headstand today. Allowing the circulation to go back down to our vital organs, back down to our brain. And again, if you have a soft spot on the wall, something like a blanket or a towel, that would be great. We make a tripod with our hands, placing our hands that are interlaced on the crowns of our heads, and then placing them on the ground. Again, keeping our toes curled. But if you have this amazing stand that I have, you can use that. Make sure that you've tucked in your shirts. Inhale as you push up, walking your feet towards the wall, and then exhale as you raise your legs again against the wall, or flexing your feet, drawing them off the wall if you'd like to for more core strength. Wherever you are is perfect. So we're allowing the circulation to go back down to our brain, back down to our vital organs. Again, this is the way that the yogis do it. They stay young forever, into their hundreds. Not that any of us wants to live that long. But it's nice to be in good health as we get older. And again, either on the wall or drawing your feet off of the wall, again in a balance. We're going to slowly draw those legs down, either one at a time or both at the same time. Whichever it is perfect. Again, coming back up again, but be gentle. And then coming to the front of our mats. Good job. Sitting up straight. Crowns of our heads are just above our heart chakras, which are above our root chakras. Place the backs of your hands on your knees. Make mudras with both sets of fingers. And again, as you breathe in, think I. As you breathe out, using straw breathing or blowing out a candle, think am. Dragging those shoulders back and down as much as you can. Feeling as though there's a golden thread lifting the crowns of your heads towards the heavens. Inhale those arms all the way up. Inhaling gratitude. Again, as much gratitude as you can inhale for yourself and for others. And then exhale as you drag your hands to Anjali Mudra, releasing anything that you don't need on this mat. You have so much to be grateful for. Sometimes we forget with the things that are happening in our lives. But this is a pretty amazing earth experience that we're living. No matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, and we decided it long ago. Inhale those arms all the way up. Inhaling love. Again, love for yourself, love for others. And then exhale as you release any fear that you may have. You are in control. Again, this is our school. Earth is our school. And when we get to the other side, we're home again. So have as much excitement and fun in school as you can. Inhale those arms all the way up. Inhaling forgiveness. Forgiveness to ourselves for choosing these life lessons. Forgiveness to others as well. And then exhale as you drag those hands to Anjali Mudra, releasing whatever may be impeding you from practice today. And again, this life is very, very short. We need to make as much as we can of it while we're here. And the most important things about this life are that we need to be able to be helping others, loving everyone that we see, reaching a hand back for those who are unable to move forward. The more that we do that, the better our lives are. Every time we reach a hand back, we advance even more. Good job. I'm sure all of you understand that. And again, take another deep breath. Inhale those arms all the way up. And then exhale as you draw your fingertips to the mat. Inhale that right arm up. Bend your elbow. Place the palm of your hand between your shoulder blades. Inhale that left arm up. Grab your right elbow and exhale over to the left. Again, opening up that right shoulder as you do. Inhale both arms all the way up. Exhale down. Inhale that left arm all the way up. Exhale as you bend your elbow, placing your hand between your shoulder blades. Inhale that right arm up. Grab your left elbow and gently pull it over to the right, looking up to the left. Again, breathing in and out. Inhale both arms all the way up. And exhale down. Good job. Draw your shoulders back and down as much as you can. We're going to extend our legs in front of us. We're moving through Dandasana, but very quickly today. Inhale both arms all the way up. Exhale as you open east and west. Again, dragging your shoulders back and down as we face the right wall. Drag that left elbow, place it on the outside of your right knee, making mudras with both sets of fingers in Twisted Dandasana, opening up those right obliques as you do. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you open up to the left. Again, drag that right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Make mudras with both sets of fingers. Open your hearts to the side wall through the breath. And smile. Inhale back to center. Exhale, reach, 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 reach as far as you can. Flat back. Chin to shin, and then just curl in. Again, we're going through this more quickly today. We're in Dandasana. Staff pose. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Exhale as you bend that left knee, dragging your left heel in, flexing your right foot. Inhale, both arms all the way up. Exhale, down. Reach, 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 reach. Chin to shin, and then just curl in. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Exhale as you draw that left knee to center. Place your left shoulder so that it's parallel with your left knee. Reach back with your left hand. Reach back with your right hand. Clasp your hands and open up to the side wall through the breath. Shoulders are back and down. Good job. Inhale back to center. And then from here, cross that left leg over your right leg. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale as you place it on the outside of your left knee. Inhale that left arm up and around. Again, dragging your shoulders back and down as you face the left wall. Opening your hearts as you do. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you extend that left leg, shake it out. Inhale first. Exhale as you bend your right knee in half Dandasana. Flex that left foot. Inhale both arms all the way up. And then exhale as you fold forward. Hinge at the hips. Reach, 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 reach. Shin comes down. Hearts come down. Again, curling in half Dandasana. Inhale as you walk your hands back again. Exhale as you bend, or as you draw that right knee in. Place your left or right shoulder so that it's the same height as your right knee. Reach back with your right hand. Reach back with your left hand. And again, clasp your hands. Open your hearts to the side wall through the breath. Good job. Inhale back to center. Cross that right foot over your left knee. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale as you place it on the outside of your right knee. Inhale that right arm up and around. Drag your shoulders back and down, opening your hearts to the side wall through the breath. Good job. Come back to center. Come back to Sukhasana where we were. We're going to do one more quick exercise. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale down to the right again. Coming down on that right elbow, reaching towards that right wall. Feeling that energy coursing from the left side of your thigh all the way through your fingertips. Again, opening up those left obliques one more time. Inhale back to center. Exhale first. Inhale that right arm all the way up. And exhale down to the left. Again, reach, 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 reach to the left. Open up those right obliques as you do. Breathing in and out. Inhale back to center. And then place your hands on the mat. Roll up into table. In table, our shoulders are above our wrists, our hips are above our knees, and if we look between our legs, we shouldn't see our feet. Let's go ahead first and walk our knees back, one hand's length. Inhale first. Exhale back to Balasana. Maybe placing your third eye on the mat. Child's pose. This is a resting pose. You can come here whenever you want to in your practice when you are on your mat. Inhale all the way through. Drag your hips down. Shoulders back and down to Cobra or to Seal. Opening up your spines and your hearts as you do. Exhale back to Balasana once again, child's pose. Inhale all the way through, drag your hips down, shoulders back and down. Again, looking up towards your third eye in Cobra or Seal. And exhale back to Balasana, last time this time. Inhale all the way through. Again, coming in to Cobra. And then from here, gently place that left elbow down. Right elbow down. Again, we're in Sphinx pose. Inhale first. Exhale as you bend that left knee. Look back at your left foot. This is so important for our necks to open them up. I'm pretty sure that I didn't have any problems with my car accident when I got hit from the side several years ago because I was doing this often. Inhale first. Exhale as you bend that right knee, looking back at your left foot. Keeping your neck as mobile as possible. Inhale first. Exhale as you look back at your left foot. Inhale first. Exhale as you look back at your right foot. Good job. Inhale back to center. Place your hands at shoulder height. And then exhale as you curl those toes under, coming back into a squat. Again, our toes are under. We're making infinity symbols with our wrists, opening up our wrists, opening up our toes as we do. Breathing in and out. This is really good for your wrists, by the way. I am amazed at how well my wrist has done. We're pretty resilient, even as we get older. It's pretty nice to know that. Draw those arms up overhead. Drag your tailbones in, shoulders back and down in the Utthita. Knocking on wood as I said that. And then draw those hands behind you. Fingertips touch, pushing your fingertips up towards the crowns of your heads. In Anjali Mudra behind your backs. Opening up your shoulders. Opening up your wrists, your fingers, your toes, and your ankles. Then smile. Again, it's Wednesday. It's a beautiful day out today. Halfway through the work week. It's going to be hot today, as always, but it's still going to be beautiful. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock forward on your elbows. Slap out your toes. job. Plant the palms of your hands into the mat. Curl your toes under. Inhale first. Exhale all the way back to down dog. Ardha Mukha Shavasana. Again, dragging our hearts as close as we can to our thighs, flattening out our backs, lifting our tailbones up towards the heavens. Shoulders are back and down, meaning that they're moving up towards the heavens right now. Again, maybe walking your dog, lifting first one heel and then the other, dragging the other heel down towards the mat. Inhale that right leg all the way up, three-legged dog split. Exhale, swing it through to a lunge. Plant that back foot, 45-degree angle. Inhale up to Virabhadrasana 1. Pinky fingers in, sitting down in your warrior. Again, looking up towards your third eye, shoulders back and down. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Again, check your back foot. It should be parallel with the front of the mat. Reach, 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 reach. Palm up. Exalt that warrior. Lift your hearts to the sky. Release toxins as you do. Exalted warrior. Exhale. Back. Straighten your front leg. Place your hands on your hips. Drag that left hip back, right hip forward. Float those hands back up again. And then reach. Reach, 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 reach as far as you can. And burst into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Keep drawing that left hip back, right hip forward. And then come into side angle, bending that right knee. Rotate that left arm around and forward. Again, into the Utthita. Feeling that energy coursing from the left side of your foot through your fingertips. Come back to north and south. Take a wrap. Possibly take a bind. Grab onto that wrist or that elbow or wherever you can behind you. Again, in a side angle twist, or side angle bind, I'm sorry, excuse me. Again, bringing ourselves out as we do. Come back to north and south. Look out beyond the mat. And then tip yourselves, if this is in your practice, planting that right hand, lifting your left foot, flexing it to the wall. Again, in Ardha Chandrasana, standing half moon. Maybe take a bind if this is in your practice. Possibly cup that right hand, drawing it gently off of the floor or the mat. And then release your foot, bend that right knee, tip yourselves back to Virabhadrasana 2. Cartwheel those arms down. Kick that right leg all the way back. Three-legged dog split. And then go through your vinyasa. Or meet us in down dog. Wherever you are is perfect. Good job. Inhale through your noses, side out. Inhale. One more time. Inhale. Good job. And then from here, inhale that left leg all the way up. Three-legged dog split as high as you can. Exhale as you swing it through to a lunge. Plant that back foot, 45-degree angle. Inhale up to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Good job. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Reach, 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 reach. Palm up. Exalt that warrior. Lift your hearts to the sky. Release toxins. Exhale back. Straighten your front leg. Place your hands on your hips. Pull that right hip back, left hip forward. Float your hands back up again. Reach, 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 and burst into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Good job. Bend that front knee, coming into side angle. Rotate that right arm around and forward, pointing towards your third eye, feeling that energy coursing from the right side of your foot through your fingertips. Open up once again, take a wrap, possibly take a bind. Again, opening your hearts to the side wall through the breath. Open up once again, and then look towards the front of the room. Tip yourselves as you plant that left hand. Lift your right foot again in Ardha Chandrasana, flexing it to the wall. Maybe take a bind if this is in your practice. Breathing in and out. Inbound Ardha Chandrasana. Perhaps cup that left hand, drawing it gently off the mat in a balanced position. Release your foot. Bend that front knee, tip yourselves back to Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2. Cartwheel those arms down. Kick that left leg all the way back. Three-legged dog split. And go through your vinyasa. Or meet us in down dog. Good job. Inhale through your noses, side out. Inhale. One more time. Inhale through your noses, side out. Inhale, that right leg all the way up, three-legged dog split. Exhale as you draw it to the top left of your mat. Right knee down, left top of foot down. Inhale as you walk those hands back. Maybe take Venus Mudra. And exhale as you humbly bow yourselves. Placing that left cheek on the mat or on the floor in humbly bowing, resting pigeon. Allowing your wrist to fall towards the center of the room with gravity, if this is in your practice. But wherever you are is perfect. You can be on your elbows, you can be on your right cheek if you want. You can be on your backs. Opening up that right hip, releasing any unwanted emotion that you may be storing there. Good job. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Coming off on that right hip. Swing your left leg around. Bring that right foot in and that right elbow in. Inhale that left arm all the way up. And find that right hip crease. Again. Mariandrasana twist. Good job. Drag your shoulders back and down. Open your hearts to the side wall through the breath. My dad has always been a sociologist and he deals with statistics, and it's so funny because when I'm up there I always sit on the floor because I like sitting on the floor more than anything anyway. And I'm always getting up and down from a squat, getting up and he was explaining to me, or leaning over, picking things up from the floor, the percentage of people, I guess, at my age, at our age, that can do that kind of thing. And it's very small, so I'm kind of surprised that more people don't do yoga, but it is kind of nice to know that we're all more flexible than most of the people who are not doing yoga. We need to get more people doing yoga so that they can be flexible. I think he said for the being able to stand up directly from a squat is like 5% of the population over 60 or something like that. I'm not sure. And then there were a whole bunch of other things that he had been looking up, which I thought was interesting. This is kind of interested in my yoga, I guess, now. Inhale back to center. Extend your legs and shake them out. Good job. Come up to the tops of your mats in Malasana. And again, we're going to go ahead and move into Raven or Crow or Blackbird or Bakasana. You can stay with us or you can just stay here in Malasana if you'd like to. Planting the palms of your hands onto the mat. Rock back and forth. Again, lifting your tippy toes and finding that sweet spot. We're going to go down from 25 today in honor of Devin. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, building core strength, arm strength, bone density as we do. Inhale from your root chakra all the way up to your crown chakra, and exhale down again. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Good job. Place your hands on the mat. Inhale halfway up to Ardha. Take a giant step back with your right foot this time. Walk your left foot all the way across. Left knee down, right top of foot down. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Maybe take Venus Mudra and exhale forward. Coming down onto that right cheek. Again, breathing in and out. I think the dad is kind of amazed because men are not nearly as flexible as women are. Dad has always been incredibly athletic, but certainly not nearly as flexible as my mom always was. It's interesting because he competed on the swim team at the University of Ohio, and swimming is one of the best exercises you can do, but he did that for many years through high school, through probably junior high school and everything, and he hated it. By the time that he had me and my sister, he never wanted to get into a pool again. But I, unfortunately, took that swim team up, arriving at school with red eyes and green hair every day. Slowly draw your hands back towards your waist and then release. And again, we're allowing any unwanted emotion that you may be storing in that left hip to melt into the mat, into the floor, into the earth below where it is recycled, regenerated as positive, healing energy. Inhale as you walk those hands back again, coming off on your left hip. Swing your right leg all the way around. Right foot is parallel to your left thigh. Bring that Left foot in, left elbow in. Inhale that right arm up and around. Find your left hip crease. Possibly take a bind in the Mariandrasana twist. Open your hearts to the side wall through the breath. Inhale back to center. Shake out your legs and then bend your knees. Arms are out on either side of your knees. Inhale first. Exhale inch by inch. Vertebra by vertebra down to the mat. And when you get there, give yourselves a much deserved hug. Rock back and forth. And then take your block. Place your heels just below your sit bones. Inhale as you push your hips up, placing the block underneath your sacrum on the highest, second, or third levels. Wherever you are is perfect. You can stay here, or you can walk those feet forward. Walk your arms overhead in a T formation or a mushroom formation if this is in your practice. Then draw those arms back overhead towards your torso. Walk your feet in. Inhale as you push your hips up, removing the block, and exhale down. We're going to be moving into an inversion, which means either just legs straight up, which is possible. If you'd like to do that, that's completely fine. Or if you'd like to, maybe push your hips up in a shoulder stand. Again, walking your shoulders under. Feet are in Barbie feet, looking like a candlestick. Maybe draw those toes overhead into Halasana or plow pose, but be gentle with yourselves. Bend your knees, placing them around your ears in ear pressure pose or snail pose, blocking out exterior noise, and then inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra coming down to the mat. Draw those knees in for a hug. Inhale through your noses, sigh it out, inhale. Then cross that right leg over left, wrap your feet, arms are out east and west. Inhale first. Exhale. As you draw your knees to the left, look over your right shoulder. Again, full body twist, removing any toxins that may remain in your right obliques. Inhale back to center, unwrap, unwind. Cross that left leg over right, wrap your feet, left arm under right, wrap your arms. Inhale first. Exhale as your knees fall to the right, arms to the left. Look over your left shoulder and breathe. Actually, you don't have to do that. You can have your arms east and west. That's a little harder than what I was thinking. Inhale back to center, unwrap, unwind, give yourselves a hug. Inhale through your noses, sigh it out. Inhale. And with that intention, allow your legs to come out as wide as the mat or wider. Arms are down beside your torso, palms are up to receive, down to ground, starting to relax. Relax your toes, relax your feet, relax your ankles. Relax your calves, relax your knees, relax your thighs. Relax your hips, relax your torsos, relax your fingers. Relax your hands, relax your wrists, relax your forearms. Relax your elbows, relax your upper arms, relax your shoulders. Relax your necks, relax your jaws, relax your cheeks. Relax your foreheads. Relax the crowns of your heads. Just relax. Start to bring movement back to your fingers and your toes by wiggling your toes and maybe touching each finger with your thumb. Reach your arms overhead and extend through your feet, giving yourselves a full body stretch and filling your lungs with your sweet, sweet breath. Then exhale as you draw those knees in for one final compassionate hug, rocking back and forth, massaging your lower backs and your kidneys. Slowly roll over to the right side in the fetal position and remain here for a few breaths. Then using the strength of your arms, come back to a seated position facing the front of the room. Legs are crossed, hands are at Anjali Mudra, heads are bowed in honor of your practices. From the place deep in my soul that I know to be pure and true, I bow to and honor that same place that resides within each of you. Thank you so much for coming to practice yoga with me on this very, very beautiful Wednesday. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste. I'm going to quickly ring the gong. I know I've gone over. And then I'm going to grab my glasses and stop the recording.